Hi, I'm Michael of the Metaphysical Journey, and this is my thoughts for a Sunday. Did you know there have been studies done around the world that show, in Ireland, for example, the studies showed that there's a 13% increase in heart attacks on Mondays over any other day of the week. There was also a slight increase on Sunday, so Sundays and Mondays over every other day. Why would that be? Probably, well, you've heard the term Blue Monday. People don't look forward to Mondays because you have to return to work. You have to return to the workday life in general. And people don't like that. Fridays are happy days because you get away from it, and then Mondays you're back to it. And so a lot of people have heart attacks. They can't take the stress of it because they're worried. And think about your Monday. What is Monday morning like for you? More than likely, you begin your day, you get ready for work. And if you're like a lot of people, when you're in the shower, you are already in an argument with someone. You're gearing up. You know you're going to face them when you get back, and you're going to be ready, man. If they say one thing, you have all these responses, and you rehearse them in the shower. Now, I've done that so many times. And it's sad because I'm in the shower by myself and I end up hurting my own feelings in these arguments that I have. It's like then they'll take place in my head. And I've said before, and many people have, that our brain does not know the difference between reality and make believe. So if I'm in the shower having an argument with someone, my brain is gearing up for fight or flight, producing all these chemicals. It's just getting me worked up. And by the time I get to work, I'm already ready for war. That's sad. I'm happy to say I no longer have a job like that. I love the people that I work with, but when I was younger, that wasn't always the case. And it may not be your job. It may be school or just any other type of program or any other interaction that you have to return to that maybe you're not looking forward to because there are some people there that you just don't get along with for whatever reason. And it could also be family, even on a daily basis, that you just have a hard time with. I want to offer one idea. Perhaps it's time to lay the sword down on this one. Maybe this isn't the hill you want to die on. Now, what creates this conflict pattern? It's ego mainly. I mean, usually the ego is what keeps us from stepping away from it because we're not going to be wrong. We will fight to the last drop. We will see them go down. They will rot in hell before we ever walk away. Do you ever feel that way? That's a very common way to feel about these things. It's like, I'm not going to back down. And it could be something that they are in the wrong and they're in the wrong, or it could be something that you are in the wrong, but they did something back and it just made you mad. So either way, you have two people in conflict. Possibly lay the sword down. What would that look like? It would look like you returning to this environment with them and taking a whole different approach. Be nice, be cordial. Just say, good morning. And they're not going to know how to take that. They're going to wonder, possibly, but just be the opposite of how you normally are with them. Just lay it down and return whatever they give you with kindness. What that's going to do, it's going to completely change the energy of the situation because now you don't have two people in conflict with each other. You have one person, you hopefully, that has stepped back and you're demonstrating, I'm done. I'm not going to fight anymore. So you have one person steps down and you have the other person, they're still in conflict mode, but they're in conflict now with themselves. They're going to notice that. It's easy to be fighting against someone that's fighting back because you both sides feel like it's justified. I'm going to attack and I'm going to defend myself and attack back. It's back and forth, eye for an eye. Maybe close one of your eyes on this one, turn the other cheek on this and say, I'm done. That's going to send a powerful message. The message it's going to send is not that you are weak. It's going to show that you are sure of who you are. You know what you're worth, and you know that this no longer serves you. Your energy has more important things to do than to continue to be pumped into a situation that's just not going anywhere. And more than likely, the other person would 100% agree. They're probably just as exhausted as you are. Now, there are times that there are people out there that are just not the best, and we're stuck in situations with them. You may be stuck in a situation with them, but you do not have to be stuck in conflict with them. That's entirely up to you how you choose to interact. Again, it doesn't make you weak. It shows that you're taking the higher ground. We've all heard from different psychologists and different people saying when someone insults you, what's the best thing to do is just don't fight back. Just say, really? Okay. Because then they look bad and other people around them look bad. Because if this is something that's being seen by a group of people, they're in it for the show. They want to say, oh, he said this, they said that, back and forth. They want a back and forth. But when there's no back and forth, all they're doing is now looking at the person throwing crap out there, and that person looks bad. So it's one way to approach this. Think about it for the week. Change the energy by changing how you respond, not react, but respond. The difference between a reaction and a response is a reaction is like in the moment, boom, I'm triggered, I'm going to go back. A response is where you stop, you take a step back, you think about it, and you say, I am not going to do that anymore. That's a huge difference. It shows a lot of emotional maturity. It shows that you're thinking from a different place. You're actually thinking with your head and not just your emotions. It means you have more control over yourself. And when you can control your emotions and you can control your reactions and responses, you are in a higher state, because these reactions back and forth, that's a very low vibration. And you want to be higher than that, because when you raise yourself up, it's going to cause other people to raise up with you. And if they don't raise up with you, they're just going to float away because they no longer can be in your, I don't know, resonance, if you want to call it that. It really sends a powerful message when you take that stand for yourself, because you also give other people permission to do the same for themselves as well. And you can change the environment that you're in. Remember that as beings of light, we exude a lot of energy. And anytime we go into a situation, we change the energy of that environment. And if you go into an environment that there's a lot of conflict, it's a low vibration. But if you are the one that says, I'm going to take a stand on this, I'm going to, in some people's eyes, it's going to look like you've given in or you've caved in, but that's not what you're doing. You're saying, I'm going to sacrifice this one, lay my sword down, because in the end, the result is going to be a higher thing. I'm going to lay this down in order to put better energy into it, because in the long run, it's going to elevate the overall situation. And that's really doing something for the highest good, not just your ego's good. There's a difference there. Anyway, something to think about. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I hope that you are able to change all the relationships that you are involved in your work, in your personal life, and with your family. Because you know what? They all deserve that. All of you do. And also remember this: we are each equally loved on the other side. Even that person that just really gets under your skin, they're getting under your skin for a reason. Number one, they're loved, but possibly they're also there to serve a purpose. They're there to help you learn a lesson, something about yourself that maybe you're not seeing. Maybe you don't do the exact same thing that they do, but there's something similar to it that you are to see within yourself. And once you see that and you fix that and or make changes on that, you're not broken. You're fine the way you are. But once you make those adjustments happen to help you serve a higher purpose, a higher frequency, put a higher vibration out there. It makes you a stronger beacon of light and energy. And that's what it's for. And once you make those adjustments, you're going to see that those little triggers just start to naturally float away because they've done their job. That's what their job was. Their job was here to help you learn and grow, just as you are helping them learn and grow in return. So have a great week. Make a difference because you matter, and have fun with it. Thank you.